welcome to your daily love reading for Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 5 decks of cards for this reading today. We're going to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey. So I'm going to bring in the Beautiful Guardian Angel Inspiration cards. I'm going to bring in the Angel Numbers Oracle 101. I'm going to bring in the Happiness Coach cards, the Twin Flame Sign and Synchronicity Oracle, and the What Do the Songs Mean Oracle. So if you're receiving messages in music or numbers, you're going to receive extra messages about what those signs mean. And if you're receiving general signs and syncs, we're going to connect with them too. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com. So what's the general guidance for you today? What's the general guidance for you today? What's going on with you today? What do we need to know? I feel that one as well. What's the guidance around your special person today? Whether you class them to be your masculine, your feminine, or your counterpart, or your crush, your soulmate, whomever. And what's the energy around the journey that you're sharing? What's going on with the journey that you're sharing right now? And what's the energy that's coming in around you right now, straight out? So you may really be seeing numbers, okay? The universe is really speaking to you in that way. Remember, universe connects in this way. So this is universal code when you see numbers. And what's the guidance for them, straight out? And what's the guidance coming through for the journey today? So I do feel lots of numbers are coming to you in them right now. What's the angel message for you today? What do the angels, your guardian angel, want you to know? What's the message? I feel that one as well. What's the message for them today? Straight out. And what's the message for the journey? What's the message for the journey right now? What's the message for the journey? And what signs and syncs are you seeing, or what guidance is coming through to you? What's the guidance coming through for them today? And what's the guidance from the angels for the journey? There we go. And what do the songs mean that you're seeing? They are giving me a block in the throat. So I do feel if there's no communication, they are speaking to you through music and numbers. So what do the songs mean? What do the songs mean that they are hearing? What do the songs mean that they are hearing? Yeah, lots of blocks being overcome there. And the journey itself. Thank you, angels. Okay, let's see what's going on then. So the message around the journey is they see signs about you. I'm definitely connecting with a lot of signs today. Numbers, musical signs, signs in general. So if you're seeing signs, they are too. And we're obviously going to connect with what signs they are seeing today. But they want you to know that they are seeing signs about you. So if you're hearing messages about signs in music, you know, they give me, I saw a sign. Okay, I don't know who that's by, but they just give me that song. It's a 90s song, I think. So they are seeing signs about you. And that's what you need to know, because you might be thinking, well, are they being guided on this journey? Do they see signs about me the way that I see signs about them? Are they being shown the way? And they absolutely are. So our faith, the universe, is doing its thing. Now we've got Epiphany here for you. It says a new realization is on its way to you now. So you're realizing many things right now. So are they. But you're realizing that you are a light worker. You may be realizing what your mission is and your purpose. You may be realizing that you have the magic touch, that you are a healer. You may be realizing that you have the Midas touch, that you are a manifester, that you're creating great things in your life by the thoughts that you think. You may be having epiphanies about your connection with God, the Creator, or your lifestyle, or things you're being guided to do. So I feel you're going through great changes in your life through the things you're realizing. So a new realization. And this could also be you being at peace with where you are and learning how to surrender and being okay with the when and giving everything else to God. So I really do feel this as you seeing things in a much higher way. And that epiphany, that realization is on its way to you now. So you're either going to be feeling that way now, or you will be feeling that way soon. Because if you're still struggling with this right now, you're receiving all the guidance you need, remember, to be at peace, to find peace, to remember your truth. And they show me this a little bit like E.T. You know, E.T.'s got the light on his finger. It's like E.T. phone home. So you may even be calling on your masculine or your person through your intuition in the 5D to come back to you. Phone home, come home. So you may well be calling them in through your manifestation power. We've got desperate and rage. So if you're feeling desperate or you're going through anger or rage, there's an epiphany coming in to turn that around. So I'm definitely feeling that many of you will feel in this power. You'll feel okay. You'll feel at peace. You'll feel like a light's being turned on in your mind. You'll feel like the light is at the end of the tunnel. You're going to start feeling much easier. But there may be some of you watching who are still dealing with desperation or rage, and we've all been there. And I feel that this is even energies you could have been feeling. For those of you who are in this epiphany phase, when you're feeling that you've had this new realization and you're feeling stronger, you're feeling more connected, you're feeling at peace and at ease, you may have been having this feeling of rage and desperation even just a few days ago. Things are turning around very quickly and they give me a little bit of a block. So because you're recognizing that if there are blocks or delays, sometimes there is absolutely nothing you can do about it, but look at it in a different way. And that's what you're realizing. And remember, if you are feeling desperate or you are feeling like you've got rage, it's also connecting with what your person is experiencing and going through. Because it's very likely right now they are feeling angry at themselves, not at you, at themselves, at their life. And they're feeling very desperate about that because they don't want to lose you. And they're desperate because they need to make changes. And you'll be sensing all of this too. And you're also an empath, remember. And they give me fear. So you also pick up on other people's fears and other people's insecurities. It says the rage is not who you truly are. You are love. So remember that. If you're feeling angry and stressed out and in fear, that's not who you truly are. You are love. You are liquid love. You are light and love. And the angels are with you. And you may want to have a good shout today, or a good scream, or a good cry at God. Why is this happening, God? Why? And God will say, I'm looking after you. You're on the right path. There's no need to fear. Everything will get better. You're learning and growing. You're having your tree prune right now. So then you let go of the desperation and you see the light again. It says you will soon start to feel relief about this situation. And that really is what I'm connecting with. It feels like whatever you've been going through, whatever you've been angry about, whatever's been frustrating you, whatever you've been stressing over, and usually that's because you can't control things on the journey, there's a relief ahead. There's an epiphany coming where a light's going to go on and all of a sudden you're going to realise, boom, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Why? Because your life is changing. Your life is changing no matter how things seem. And things are changing for the better. So you may also notice other areas of your life seem to be working again. Maybe you're thinking, oh, my career's taking off, or I've got a new job, or there's a new opportunity. Or maybe you've got yourself out of debt, or you've started communicating more with family. Things in other areas of your life seem to be turning around, and that's showing you that things are happening because you're trusting in miracles and because you're balancing your energy. So you may have been working on this because the universe is your mirror, remember. So if something has been mirrored back to you, it's for healing. So if you're feeling angry, if your person is getting angry, if you're feeling angry at them, or maybe you're angry at the world or the karmic situation or the karmic partner, you can affirm and say, I am willing to release that part of me that gets angry when I think about you. Or I'm willing to release that part of me that gets triggered by that part of you. And then it brings in a balance and a healing. And this is also the yin and the yang, and this is also you operating in your own feminine and masculine energy as a twin flame. So you'll experience your feminine self and your masculine self at times, especially the closer you get to this union manifesting. And it can feel like you're on a whirlwind, a roller coaster, a carousel that you can't get off, a merry-go-round, a hamster wheel. So you have to balance your energy through breath work, through grounding, and through trusting in miracles. You may have seen bees lately as well. That's another sign you may have seen. You may have seen bees out and about. So perhaps you've been walking around and a bee dive bombed you, or a bee was buzzing around you. Or maybe you went into a shop and you saw some pictures of bees, or you were on social media and there was bees, or there was a bee in a film. But I feel bees are a big sign for you of a miracle ahead. And it's about miracles in communication as well as in your life. Releasing the ego fears to follow your true path. So if you're doing that, if you've been releasing the ego, if you've been releasing your own fears, then it's allowing you to follow your path to a new beginning, because it's time to begin again. It's time to start again, knowing that your dreams are fully supported by the angels. Now, the number sequences you might be seeing, because you might think, well, what numbers am I going to be seeing then to affirm this to me? You may see 555, you could see 666. If you're seeing fives, it's about changes. If you're seeing sixes, it's about overcoming the ego and not paying so much attention to the physical world. You may be seeing 777, That's a huge sign that your dreams are manifesting. You may see 1414. You may see a 1 or a 4 as well, which is a huge sign of things moving forward between January just gone and April. We're in April now, so by the end of April, miracles. Again, the block in my throat, so I feel miracles in communication. And also, you may be seeing 999, which is about your spiritual path and journey. Now, you could see combinations of all these numbers, but I feel the master numbers are speaking to you, reminding you that you are safe, that you are safe and you are watched over at all times. So your journey has always been protected by angels. So you may see 444, you may see rainbows, you may see feathers. And the more grateful you are, the more magic appears in your life. And that's true. So if you're being grateful, if you're working on gratitude, if you're doing daily gratitude, if maybe you've started a gratitude journal, or you're just being more grateful in general, you'll notice these miracles flowing in. Yeah, we've definitely got number sequences here. Look, you've got 333 and 666. So the 666 is something in the physical trying to get your attention. And this can also be the crow, because the crow is a sign of psychic power. You know, I was out and about the other day and I went past a house and it got one of those skylights in. And I saw this crow go up to this skylight when I was walking past and hit the glass with its beak. And I thought, wow, I thought someone who's in that room is either going to get a fright or they're going to be really intuitive and know what's going on. Because the crow is also a symbol your intuition is speaking to you. So if something is getting your attention in the physical world, whether it's a sign you see or something you go through in your physical body, or even something happens that may bring up a trigger, it's getting your attention for a reason. So you can heal it or you can be aware of a miracle ahead. And you really have got miracles coming in. You've got the rainbow in this card. You've got the 333. It says you're being protected at this time. So what you need to remember is, if you're not physically together right now, it could well be because they're experiencing anger and rage and they're feeling desperate about something. And that's not a good energy to be in. So if they are operating in that energy, the angels are always protecting you because God is your source. And you may well be getting readings from the tarot or through your own cards or through your own intuition. You may be using oracle cards or angel cards. Or you may be having a reading. You may be watching this reading today or readings on YouTube because you know and you feel inside you're coming back together. And that may be what you're asking. Are we going to come back together? Is it going to happen? And the readings are showing this to you through the signs and the synchronicities and the knowingness inside of what you feel. So I feel this a big epiphany happening for you today of togetherness, that you are coming back together, that things are happening. And ultimately, that's why it's so important right now. You surrender and let go. And that means let go of all the struggle, knowing that everything is happening exactly as it's meant to for growth and learning. Now, the energy around them is they've been around you astrally. So they've been feeling you around them astrally, and they've been coming to you astrally. Now, that means through dreams. It means through the 5D realm. It means feeling each other's presence, closing your eyes and connecting with each other. And I feel they've been around you astrally to ask you to have patience with that. And you may well be hearing songs about patience right now, but they are asking you to have patience with that. Because they are looking after their health and well-being. They're starting to feel stronger and better to be able to make the required changes ahead. So if they've been going through something and they felt a bit strong or weak, they are finding the strength to continue. So I feel that this is about, when I say strong or weak, they're showing me like weakness in the emotion, but physical strength. So they could well have been working on the physical self, the physical strength, to feel better and stronger more emotionally. So they've been looking after their health and well-being. They've been raising the vibration, and that's why they're asking you for patience while they're around you astrally. Now we've got, cleanse and align your chakra system to enhance ascension. So they are definitely preparing for the next step here. They've been working on their body and their mind, their emotions and their physical self, cleansing themselves. Maybe you've been cleansing your chakra system too, and that's been working in alignment. And look at this, you're exactly where you're meant to be. Now that might trigger you because you might think, well, are they really where they're meant to be in that karmic relationship or in that karmic cycle? And they are right now because they're learning from it to take care of themselves. They're learning from it to be around you astrally. They're learning from it where they truly do belong, and that's with you. They're learning from it to take back their power, step into their masculine energy or step into their truth and make changes according to their own desires. Instead of following the crowd or doing what they've always done, they are learning how to become their authentic self and to make decisions based from their heart and their soul, not what society says they should do or what they're doing because they're obligated to it or because the mind is preoccupied or they're in stress or they've got a codependency or a financial obligation. So they are recognizing they need to follow their heart, and that's why they're where they're meant to be, in that job they're in or that situation they're in or anything else. So understand that. This is why it's so important for you to surrender, because if you keep getting angry at the situation they're in or the circumstances they're in, it's only hurting you. It's causing you more problems, and ultimately it's creating more delays. When you feel okay with where they are and okay with where you are, that's when things will move forward, because wherever they are, whatever they're doing, they're gaining direction. They're gaining direction, the answers are within. So they're going within for the answers, the processing. So remember that when they are quiet or silent, or there's separation, which is always a preparation, or when they seem to be ghosting you, which they're not really doing at all, the processing, they're going within for answers. They're gaining clarity. They're gaining understanding about what to do next. They're recognizing they are a manifester. And that's why they're manifesting things rapidly now. That's why things are changing. That's why you may see 777 or 22 or 222, because they're asking you to have patience with them and to not give up on them. And the universe is guiding them through these numbers to not give up and to manifest change. So I feel this also a huge sign that changes are occurring in their life. And these may well be big Tao moments they're going through that they may not make sense of easily to move them in the right direction, because they've been manifesting. Now remember, if they've been dreaming about you and fantasizing about being with you and visualizing being with you, that's a manifestation. That's a thought becoming a thing. So obviously for that thought to become a thing, then they're going to experience the change to make that thought become a thing. So they are manifesting these Tao moments without possibly them even understanding what they're doing. But these Tao moments are creating the change, and they are manifesting that. You have all the power you need within you to create change. So they have the power to make these changes occur. They have the power to speak up, to be authentic, to change direction, and to do what they need to do. And ultimately what I'm connecting with is they've manifested this chaos in their life. They've manifested these tower moments and these upheavals. Why? Because that's the way the universe is blowing things up in their life to move them to you. So the energy around the connection, it's not over, it's just beginning. Maybe you've tapped into this reading thinking, is it over between us? Or are we going to come back together? And the angel's saying it's not over, it's only just beginning. So don't be afraid. So if you're seeing 222, remember that's your sign from heaven to not give up. You know, that's what the number that we've got coming through for them here. To not give up, wherever that number is, there we go. Don't give up and do not be afraid. So you may also see spiders. Maybe you're afraid of spiders, but when you see one, it's a universal sign that you are protected. That abundance is coming in, that things are improving, that the entire universe is working with you to make it happen. So it's not over, it's just beginning. So calm your mind, because a calm mind brings you inner peace. And this is the epiphany you're going through, that you're realizing you can't control this, you can't force this. You can't put down demands or conditions or obligations because it's unconditional love. You can't force them to be somewhere they're not ready to be. You can't force them to make decisions they're not ready to make. So instead, the only thing you can control is the way you're perceiving things, the way you're handling things, the way that you're experiencing your journey. So calm your mind and it will bring in peace. Because whenever you go into doubt, doubt causes illusion, it causes negativity. But when you go into your doubt, it allows you to find faith, because when you question things, you realize the truth. So doubt opens avenues for that which you do not desire to come in. So have faith instead. But remember, when you're in doubt, that's when the angels come through with the signs for you. The number sequences, the music, you know, all the other signs that buoy your faith. So remember, whatever changes are going on right now lead to success. Whatever's going on in their life, it's going to lead to success. And you are supported as you change things in your life. So you may well need to change the way you're looking at this right now. And that will bring in the realization of this epiphany that all is well. That yes, they are where they're meant to be because they're learning lessons, and that you are not alone. And you may feel alone. And there's a difference between feeling alone and feeling lonely. You can be alone in a room full of people or a crowd full of people. You can feel alone even though you're surrounded by people. And you can feel lonely. And you have a choice. So when you're alone, it means you are spending time by yourself, singular, just you. And that can bring triggers up because you think, well, I want to be in a relationship with them. I want to be a couple with them, and that's okay. But if you're feeling lonely, you can do something about it because you're never alone. The angels are always around you and your person is with you. But also you can go out and do things, see people, spend time with others. Even if you feel you've got no one else in the world, there's still other human beings walking around the world, walking around where you live or in a coffee shop, or, go and speak to someone. Even if you're just interacting with someone who serves you in a shop. And that makes you feel less alone or less lonely. And movement, move your body. It says move forward with, they're giving me the word energy. So you're going to feel you've got more energy today anyway. But move forward with eagerness, energy, and do not be scared. It's time. And I definitely feel this is about them moving forward to you and taking action. And you moving forward towards your goals and dreams. So take action today towards what lights you up inside. And if you've got any fears around moving forward in any way, shape or form, and you're getting issues with your legs, your knees, or your toes, or your feet, give it to heaven. Okay, because if you bang your toes up, you're worried about minor fears. If you're having knee issues, perhaps you bang your knee up, or you bang your leg up, or you start getting aches or pains, it's because of fear of moving forward. Never be afraid to move forward, because life is change. And they are going through great changes right now, as are you. But I feel the changes going on in their life are more physical. The changes going on in your life are more emotional, because you're learning to look at things differently and to be okay with the journey itself and where they are and what they are going through. They are learning to change their life and to be able to make physical changes, to make changes in their physical world, which means moving from there where they are, which is exactly where they're meant to be at this moment for growth, to move where they're meant to be with you, where they're meant to go to and be and end up and be with. That's the change. Or maybe they need to walk away from their job or their karmic partner or whatever. And that's the changes that they are afraid of making, but they know they have to do. Your changes are in your mind, the way you're looking at things, the way you're viewing things, the way you're perceiving things. And that's really an epiphany in itself. So you're both going through an epiphany in your own way. Their epiphany is about the chaos and upheaval to move forward to you physically. Your epiphany is about the changes you need to make in the way you're looking at things, which move you forward into a higher state of being. And that's what you need to know. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.